somebody wanted to see my project list. And I actually have one. I don't usually have one, but I actually have one right now because I was getting lost in all the projects. So I made an actual project list. I'll grab it in a second. First, I'll tell you what I worked on today. First thing in the morning, I worked on me being strong. So I went and ran with some weights on. Then did some calisthenics and stretching, you know, warming up for the day. But also making sure I don't turn into an old fat guy. You know, I don't want to turn into an old fat guy any sooner than I need to. So, yeah. And then, after that, I made some sourdough bread and ate some breakfast. But then, I made 2 Styrocrete bricks for my guest house. And then, the rest of the, and then I cut a whole bunch of wood on my lumber mill, which is right there. Right there, I can show you in just a second. And then, after I finished cutting a bunch of wood on my lumber mill, I did a bunch of digging. Here's my current project list. Number 1, be strong. That means morning exercises every day. And today, when I was doing my digging, as I usually do some digging every day that's at least, you know, unless it's real muddy out. I usually do 10 wheelbarrow loads of dirt. And between each one, I'll do a set of push-ups, or chin-ups, or sit-ups, or that one-legged squat. That was my last one. After my last bucket of wheelbarrow of dirt. So, be strong. Extendo dock. That's the thing that I made with my kids. That was the steel bridge with the floating dock over there. Yeah, this super cool thing here. So, we can walk along the bridge and walk along the floating dock to go to where there's deep water. If you want to go deep water swimming. There's a beach where you have to swim way out to get to deep water, but the water's right there. The floating dock still needs a floor on it, and I want to, you know, build out a bit of land out here, make a nicer path, maybe build a path out into the water a little bit. I did not work on that one today. Okay, be strong, extend dock, metal doors. My 5-year-old thinks I need to build metal doors because, you know, I have wood doors right now and they will eventually rot. And she's like, you should make some stainless steel doors. So I haven't started that, but it's on my list. Guest house. That's what I was working on this morning. Just making Styrocrete bricks. All right, let's go look at it. Okay, this is where guest house is going. These are Styrocrete bricks I've been making. And I've got 2 more over there that I put in. Tomorrow I'll put them here and make 2 more. While I'm up here working on wood for the 3rd floor, and all of these boards are planed, you know, on the big flat surfaces. And then today I actually cleaned out I cleaned out this whole area of wood chips yesterday so I could cut. And I've been started cutting the sides, you know, this part all the way down and this part all the way down. Still have a lot to do. And what else is up here that I'm about to check on? Oh yeah, so the digging I was talking about, part of the entire guest house thing is that I'm making this whole area really nice, right? So every day I dig out a bit more of this, and there's this concrete blocks retaining wall that's going really well. That's gonna go all the way around here. You know, I still have to get that the right shape so it can go there. And then, you know, there's gonna be a concrete ledge here and then another retaining wall. I think I'll make this ledge a little deeper so people can comfortably sit here and, you know, blah, 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 nice spot. And then a lot of this stuff is just part of the construction. Oh, one of the things on my list is truck. Let me show you that while I'm up here. Okay, I need to pump up that rear tire. I've got this bulldozer, right? And I used it in the past to move a lot of dirt and it was great. However, I want to now change it into something else that will be more useful on my island, and another project that I'm going to get to in the not too distant future once my current job list gets a little smaller. Anyway, I want to make this thing into a multi-use truck, It currently has no motor in it because I stole the motor and put it in my planer over there. It has some really old batteries that are probably no good. All the gearing in here is really good though. Anyway, I've got a lot of parts here and I can modify this into a pretty cool truck, I think. I'm quite sure I can modify that into a pretty awesome truck. You know, add some parts, blah, blah, blah. Oh, and when I made it, everything is bolted together. Like even the frame, it's real thick aluminum parts, and they're all bolted together. So I can take it apart and modify it because I knew I would probably want to do this. Something down here that's actually not on my list at the moment because it's not urgent at all, which is, you know, finishing this thing. I got a bunch more bricks. See, this row just has to finish out near and back, but I need to make sure it's not gonna, you know, just fall apart. I've been letting all this settle. Anyway, this is doing the job I needed to do, which is holding the sand from in here from just getting washed away. So nothing, I don't have to finish that urgently. It's not on my list until I knock a few other things off. One of the things that's going to be on the list is my running trail. This is the trail I ran on this morning while wearing my 50 pounds of weights, you know, chainmail and boots and wrist chains. I want to get this path nice and wide so, you know, 2 people can run side by side. I just filled in this part here because before you had to go like to there and there, but I was like, you know, it's kind of a sharp curve. So I put a bunch of dirt in here, so now you can come down and just make a nice curve around and go that way. And I'm not going to walk down the whole trail. It goes that way and, you know, around there and up an island and down. There's a bridge right over there, and blah, blah, blah. I'm making it just wider and, you know, filling in any holes that have eroded or anything. Okay, metal doors, guest house, 3rd floor. Yeah, you saw a bunch of wood up there. This is the wood that I cut the edges of today. You know, it's all planed. I've planed all this. And yeah, now these are cut. So nice. What the heck is that doing? Anyway, I still have a bunch more wood to get delivered. And, you know, all this wood I haven't done anything with yet. Those are the floorboards. They go on top. So I'm taking care of the joists first because that's the part I have to build first. And I can just throw the floorboards up on top and let them dry, actually. That's probably what I'll do until I can cut them and plane them. Mega boat. So I want to build another boat. And at the moment, I'm still in the thinking about it stage, but I think I have pretty much this stuff worked out. There's some details I still have to figure out, but I want to make it just super awesome boat. You know, I've made a bunch of boats, and I've learned a lot every time. Every time I build a boat, it's better than any boat I've built before. So I want to build super awesome, mega deluxe super boat. I haven't started that, like actually doing it yet, but we'll get there. Giant Robot Project 2. Well, that's right over here. This is my fun project that I get to work on whenever I have time. So, you know, it's a project I really want to do that I don't really need to do. So it gets bumped a lot for other things. But anytime that it's sunny out and it starts raining, you know, I can't work on anything outside, but it's sunny. It's been sunny enough that I have some electricity. I just go work on Giant Robot usually those days. Anyway. Okay, truck. I told you about the truck. Oh yeah, here's a possible new truck. Farming. So, I mean, that's kind of an always thing, but I have been putting more effort into farming. And one thing that's been going amazingly well, let me show you this. Oh, dude, I'm still out of breath from all that digging. Okay, right here, these are sweet potatoes. And I planted them here too. Let's get this off. I planted these here, years ago, before I was even done my house. And they didn't do very well. They didn't really do anything. They just kind of got overgrown and just stayed little tiny things. And then I started wondering, what if I put wood chips around them? There's got to be something good I can do. What is this? that's not, oh, that is, oh my gosh, don't rip that out. That is a sweet potato line. Jeez. All right, let's not destroy the sweet potatoes right now. So I had all these wood chips, and I was wondering what would happen if I like made like a big fat carpet of wood chips around the sweet potatoes. Just, yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. But anyway, that was like a week ago, and this had like 4 leaves on it. And it is just blowing up. Same with this. This, I think there were 2 leaves up here. It is going crazy. And then I made another one right over here. I planted sweet potatoes just like in the clay, where they never grow. Like they just die instantly when I plant them in the clay. But I put them here, put all this sawdust around them, like a nice thick thing of sawdust all over the place. And those suckers are killing it. So I'm very excited about this. I have to cut down these bananas probably tomorrow. Yeah, they look like they're ready right now. And then I got another bunch up here. Those ones have got like a month or so. Okay, farming, my running trail. So my running trail is what I was talking about earlier. I want to make it wider because it's plenty for me to run on by myself. And I'll get my kids to go run on it with me. We have to run single file. So I'd like to make it wider. And then I could like invite all the, the neighborhood kids over for a fun run. We can have like a little, what's it called? A cross country race. My trail is only like a quarter mile long, maybe a little more. But 10 laps of that, so 4 kilometers or so. Roof, I should have shown the roof when I was up there. Fine, I'll go up, hold on. Well, what else do we have? Oh, one of my computer that had the CAD program on it, the computer aided design, died. So I had to, I got a new computer and I reloaded drafting programs on it. However, the files for this robot, which is the model for my giant robot, the last time I backed them up, it only had like this middle section. So I lost a lot of the files in the legs. I do have the STL files, which means nothing to a lot of people, but basically I can reverse engineer the rest of the leg pieces back from those files. It's just a pain in the butt. But anyway, that one's actually crossed off. Yeah, I got the CAD program back on that computer. That computer's running XP, so I can use old programs. Okay, and my last thing here, I haven't started doing this. I've done this a little bit, but derust and paint machines, my planer that's outside that I was showing you, and then my table saw. So pretty soon, this area in here is going to be cleared out because my 3rd floor is going to be built. And like all these mats go up to the 3rd floor because it's a gymnasium. Obviously, all this wood will be the 3rd floor. Like this whole area out here is going to be cleared out sometime within the next few months. And then I will get my table saw out. And I'm thinking about just putting it right out here, or I might build a covered thing up on the hill beside the lumber mill and everything, and just run everything off that same power. I don't know, I'll figure it out. Either way, I want to clean all the rust off this, paint it, and then I have a joiner back here, clean all that off, paint it, and then, whatever, what's this machine right there? I don't remember what it's called. But, that's got a bunch of rust on the frame and stuff. I want to clean it up and make it all nice. Kind of like I did with this. I'm so inspired by let me zoom back out. I'm so inspired by this one piece of giant robot that I got the rust off, painted on the rust converter stuff, and then just spray painted it. And it's so nice. All these parts are going to be like that at some point. And I want to get all my machines like that too. So here's the roof. You can tell I scrubbed this area to get all this algae or whatever it is off. And I can go up there and scrub a section when it's raining. I mean, I could do it other times, but I have to take up a ton of water, scrub and rinse. But if I just go up there where it's pouring rain, and I can just take a squirt bottle of soap and a scrubber, and it's way easier to deal with. So the way I'm doing it right now is first I did this square here, and then I did those two, and the last day I did it, I did those three, and next I'll do, where is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm just gonna keep going around the house till I get all the way around. Hopefully, I mean, that's the plan at the moment. Oh yeah, so amongst my other machines that I want to de-rust, this one isn't terrible, but you know, it's getting a little bit of rust on it. I could definitely clean it up, and I could paint that motor. Oh, and while we're talking about work, I gotta give mad props to my stainless steel wheelbarrow and my stainless steel shovel. Oh my God, they are amazing. I've had them for, I don't know how many years, but stainless steel, man, they're, oh, so good. Because, you know, normally you get tools and they, like a shovel or a wheelbarrow, lasts a little while, falls apart, and you gotta get a new one. Oh, it's so nice having ones that just last so good. On my list here, my priorities are, well, be strong is just an always. I always have to take care of myself. Eat well, get exercise, work hard, oh, kill it. All right, the guest house, anytime I can work on it, I'm working on it. And then the third floor is high priority too. So yeah, like today I worked on the guest house. All right, light, figure out what you're doing. Today I worked on the guest house, then the third floor, and then the running trail. And then a lot of this stuff is weather dependent, you know, like the roof, I need the right rain conditions to either scrub or put the tiles on. I can't put them on in the sun. Okay, I'm gonna go jump in the ocean before I pass out.